Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Tales of the Neon Sea. With me, Demonox. When we last left off, murder, mystery, intrigue. We have a suspect. Or someone to question anyway. And the robot is also a thing. We have to poke him to find out what's going on with him. This robot housekeeper seems to be involved in murder. I don't understand why it's just standing here. It's in hibernation mode, it's shut down, so whoever stole the candlestick was the one who bapped her in the head. Christopher. I didn't kill him, it wasn't me. You're sticking to that story, even though we have solid evidence and a clear motive. I'll extract the truth from you back at the police station. Ah, Rex, you came in right time. This is suspect, Christopher. He's the one of the homeless people from the neighborhood, and he was pawning some jewelry at the store from this morning. The jewelry belonged to Miss Perry. This guy, I've seen him around. While he might commit theft or burglary, he isn't capable of committing murder. First of all, the timing isn't right. According to the investigation of the corpse, the theft happened 4 to 5 hours after the time of death. If he wanted to murder someone for their valuables, he wouldn't have waited 4 hours before he took them off the body. Secondly, there was no trace of him on the primary murder scene, Mrs. Perry's home. If he wasn't present at the primary crime scene, it means he was probably there, the thief, but not the murderer. Exactly. You're actually right, sir. I stole the jewelry, but I didn't kill anyone. Please believe me. Based on all the evidence we've collected at the crime scene, the little girl named Jenny should be our primary suspect right now. The main suspect is a little girl? What the hell is wrong with you? Alright, Carl. Take him away and we'll talk later. Yes, sir. I ain't a penny for murder yet. My reputation will come. Let's go, pal. Don't try anything funny. You need to get your thing sorted, dude. Oh. Right, I need to bring me the girl named Jenny. I need to ask her some questions, face to face. Okay, we'll find out more about that robot, too. Yes, it's very suspicious. I need your authorization to examine him from the inside. No problem. I'll find you if anything turns up. Where do I go now then? Investigate the robot. True, he hasn't moved, so he's sat here. Out of shell the robot's head. In order to access the electronic brain, I need to first unlock each slot and remove the covering. Oof. I can proceed by sliding out pieces that aren't interlocked with each other. The age of this robot means that the system can't be too complicated. Good grief. So slide that piece. No, that piece first. That one slides out. It's not got anything touching it. Which, when that piece is out, this piece can slide up and out. When that's done, this piece can come out. And this one. And then you can slide this piece out, because you go that way. When removed. This one's then free to be removed. Then slide this one, and this one. Good grief. A primitive form of anti-tamper protection. Modern robots don't use this system anymore. I just need to move the signal to the center target. Man, you... Okay. So that way goes to there. That way goes to there. That way down, brings me to that to there. So I go that way and go to here. Got it. Trial and error, but I got it. Wow. What the? There's an implanted device. This guy got hacked. Someone opened him up and stuck something in there and took control of systems. And given the way that thing looks, it was not part of the original system. Ah, my head! What's going on? This is the robot's memory. Why didn't he save Miss Perry's life? That's already a violation of robotic principles. Yeah, he's in the position to save her. He could easily staunch that wound and give her medical attention. Hell, bad question. Why was he here? My head hurts so bad. Rex, Rex. Wait, Rex now, sir. Rex! Rex, what's wrong, Rex? What's wrong, Rex? It looks like you're in a lot of pain just now. I don't know. I think there's something wrong with this robot. There's some kind of device implanted in its brain. Ah, Jenny. We'll talk about that later. The new Special Mission Squad is taking over this case, so we need to cease our investigation. What? The SMS? What the hell's going on? I mean, this was a murder scene. It's not exactly what I'd call the presidential murder. We found out that this Jenny is the daughter of an important man. We found out that this Jenny is the daughter. No sooner had I retrieved her file than the order to transfer the jurisdiction of the investigation came in, and they had already arrived too. This scene is now under our control. Leave now and stay out of our investigation. This robot is mine too. And the couch. Ah, Inspector Lloyd. It's quite surprising that you're asking a private detective to assist you in your investigation. Rex found the crime scene, so we asked him for help with the investigation. That's all. You just asked him to help? Is that standard police procedure? And I've heard you're decided to make our Miss Jenny a suspect. Jenny, can you tell me what happened yesterday? I was at Alice's tea party and went home when it was over. Lie. Miss Penny has you written down in her records for coming over. We found your fingerprints on the tea set. You were Miss Penny's guest. Miss Perry's guest. I was just visiting Miss Perry, like I had promised. I didn't stay for long, and I have no idea what's happened. Later. I've accessed the memories of the robot, and know that both you and the robot were there when Miss Perry lay injured and immobilized on the couch. The steward went crazy and attacked Miss Perry. I ran away because I was scared. Dude, that robot would have clunked her in one shot. And quite frankly, he wouldn't have... It would have been a... Ooh, you lying little child. Evil little child. You are not. You're lying through your teeth, kid. You are lying through your teeth. How do I know this? Because the robot could not have attacked Miss Perry. And I've got entirely set my timer going. Hold on. You stand there and look at Hughes, okay? Just glare at him for a bit. Okay. Just glare a little longer. Hurry up, I can't glare forever. Almost there. My eyes are starting to burn. Okay. I'm afraid that's not possible. Judging from the trajectory of the blood splash, the strike came from below. So unless it's only swung upwards... The only way that strike to impact a hit was to her to hit there and swing in a full arc upwards. The robot steward was so tall that it would have needed to crouch down in a weird posture to deliver a strike like that. Matches the evidence. Yep, explain that one. He literally, as I said, the robot is that tall, he's huge. That robot's huge. But to strike down, hit Miss Perry, it would have to literally stoop down, bend over, and swing upwards in a weird contortion act. Ooh, that's freaky looking. But hey, you on the other hand are very short and perfectly sized for the smack. The lack of force behind the blow also makes it unlikely that the assailant was a robot. All signs indicate that the wound was inflicted by something far weaker. A child, for example. That's... Miss, you don't need to answer his questions. We'll find you a professional to record a proper testimony later. In other words, we'll cover this up, throw in some money at it, cover this up, and get you away with... and make the robot say the robot did a suicidal attack on it by sliding across the floor and flicking his arms up to hit her. Detective, you accessed the robot's memory without authorization. I can't pretend I didn't hear that. I don't think you found your so-called murder weapon yet either. Meow meow. Uh-oh. Meow meow. Is that the... This is simply... Well, now that we have the alleged murder weapon, all we need to do is match the blood and the fingerprints to reveal the truth. Well, that's our job. Please leave immediately. Don't touch that weapon. Well, Inspector Royd, do I need to have a chat with your superiors? That won't be necessary. We're just about to leave. Wait a minute. I have something for Jenny. Give what it is, Miss Jenny, now, and scram. We have to cover this murder up immediately, and you're standing over evidence. Miss Jenny, Miss Perry wanted to give you this. This is for me? Is this... Dear Jenny, you're such a kind and loving girl. The way you always drop in to visit me. Today's your birthday, and you're about to become a young adult. I know you like little Elizabeth very much, so I've decided she is to be your birthday present. I know you'll be a good to her because you're such a loving child. I also made a nameplate for her collar, which has been engraved with your name. Stand today, Elizabeth is yours. I hope you will grow happy, and I will always be there to serve your favourite cakes and fruit teas when you want them. Your Grandma Perry. What? How could this be? I didn't want to harm her. Miss Perry, I'm sorry, it wasn't that robot. Jenny, about that robot, can you tell? Enough, Inspector Roy, get this person out of here. He should never have been here in the first place. Out, she's confessing. Right, I believe there's something unusual about that robot. If we give up now, we'll lose critical evidence. I'm sorry, Rich. You know that after the specials take over, my hands are tied. SMS is such a pain. Now I'm no longer on the inner circle. Can you give me a picture of that implanted device? I didn't have a chance to take one. It won't be easy, but I'll try. You were acting a little unusual just then. Did something happen? Well, I'm not quite sure either. Now that I think about it, maybe something on that robot's affected me. I see. It seems like there's more to this than meets the eye here. But let's talk about that later tonight. There's a good bar I know. Alright. I need to ask someone about the implant device first. Uh-huh. We have a robotics expert on our side. I need to head back to the station now. I'll send you the address of the bar I mentioned. Okay, see you later. They are literally going... Mr. Rex, I don't think I'll be able to ask you for advice today. Officer Roy gave me a lot of reports to finish today, and I'm getting a headache just thinking about them. There'll be the other opportunities in the future. You are not a good cop. You, this one here. I'll turn and face him. Yep, right here, this person here. Not a good cop. Kisses up to his superiors too much. Well done, William. How did you find the murder weapon? Meow, 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 meow. William dances excitedly as he explains what happened. It seems that he had a quiet adventure. Oops. Hey, time to do a temporal shift to the William. 2 hours ago. Wow, so William took us 2 hours? Again, we were exploring for quite a while. Elizabeth, are you saying it was you who took the candlestick away? Meow? Yes, I couldn't let Jenny hit Miss Perry with that thing again, so I grabbed it and ran away. Yes. Good thinking, but it's a very important piece of evidence. It could prove who the murderer is. So we have to go get it to Rex, Meow. Yes, but I lost it. Calm down, Elizabeth. It's okay. What happened? I was so scared after I jumped off Miss Perry's windowsill. I just started running, and then all of a sudden, I was in the middle of my cat's territory. Then... Biocats. Meow, it's all my fault. I should have run. The Biocat territory? Oh, loose billboard. I think I know where that is. Really? That's great. Elizabeth, the time is of the essence, so I need to find that murder weapon. Now, rest up and wait for me. The robot that broke down Miss Perry's crime scene. The electronic brain was broken apart and was connected to an outside device through a wire. As the electronic brain of robots used the new quantum defense system, such physical damage would make acquiring information about the robot impossible. Maybe even starting the self-destruct program. Well, this robot behaved differently. The method used is not confirmed. SWAT. The Special Mission Squad. SWAT teams. The Special Mission Squad was established to deal with the robot uprising, and was later expanded after the leadership of the robot terrorist group organization, the Revolutionists, had been eradicated. Last year, Augusto, a robot leader, announced his participation in the election campaign, and this resulted in some public order chaos. In order to maintain stability and to prevent the appearance of other harmful organizations, the government decided to reactivate the Special Mission Squad. The existence of this new team is not publicly acknowledged. Case report. Thursday, 20th October, 2140. I found the body among the trash, following William into an alley near my home at 12:34. The deceased Miss Perry, a local resident from the top 4 apartments. From the evidence at the scene, there's a strong chance that the body was dumped here after the murder took place somewhere else. The jewellery on the body was stolen, and the thief left numerous footprints near the trash pile. The fatal wound is located on the head, caused by a blunt object. The shape of the wound is irregular, and there wasn't a large amount of bleeding. Evidence shows that the lethal weapon was probably a candlestick from Miss Perry's home. Neighbours re-emerged, seeing a guardian robot outside Miss Perry's door. Remembered. But as she was known to have aversion to robots, it must have belonged to a visitor at Miss Perry's place. This explains something that went missing in my report, my reasoning. This explains something that is missing in my reasoning. After the investigation at the victim's home, I found out who the murderer is and how the crime was committed, as the murderer and concealment were both very sloppy. The only unknown is the robot left at the crime scene. Even if he wasn't part of the murder, he likely assisted in some way. Was he really able to go against his source code principles? I mean, the guy was a butler. Jenny. Unknown, age 8. She impresses people with her cute outfits and usually displays elegant manners thanks to her great upbringing. She seems to possess social skills beyond her years. She hates street cats. She hates street cats ever since her own pet cat was killed by one. She can seem rather distant and often hides her true personality. Yes, but the fact is that she liked Elizabeth. She liked Elizabeth of all those street cats there. She liked her. She'd grown fond of that one. So Miss Perry was going to give her Elizabeth, the one she liked, to raise up and be her new cat because she liked that one, and give her a thoughtful gift, which sort of broke her down mentally. But anyway, when we come back, we need to find the lethal candlestick in the Biocat territory. So until then, folks, I'll catch you all later. See ya!